So just before we start, I wanted to let you know that I'm on holidays, I'm on vacation, so I'm not able to do the usual Abyss videos on the Skirk videos because I won't be home when the updates come out. So I decided to upload for you some PvP draft analysis videos meanwhile, and there will be also a box review video in 2 parts. So this will come out this week until I come back on Monday. So enjoy and stay tuned for my comeback on Monday. This video will be about reacting to draft of a Genshin PvP match in the Abyss. A streamer YouTuber called Aspig started few years ago a PvP concept where 2 players perform against each other by comparing their time to clear the Abyss. The fastest wins, but they need to compose their teams and there are some rules. Each player gets 4 bans total and players pick their characters by turn. To balance the match, the player with a lesser character box value will have additional bans. If you think you can guess who would win after each draft, comment below, share your guess. After the draft, there will be the link to the match in the description so you can go watch the run and see who the winner is. Final reminder, this is the current Abyss lineup. So keep this in mind because players are going to pick and ban according to these monsters. Okay, so let's start with the draft. So as you can see, this match is Aiko against Yol1, Yol1 being the champion and Aiko is the challenger. Yol1 has a score box that is over 1400, which is higher than Aiko, so Aiko will be having 6 bans, 4 normal bans and 2 joker bans. Joker ban meaning that Aiko will still be able to pick those 2 characters if he wants to, if Yol1 doesn't ban them during the draft. Okay, so we have Ito that is being banned because he's 6 on Yol1 side. We have Chlorind, Kinish on Mavwika being banned because Aiko doesn't have those characters and they are actually quite strong in this Abyss, especially Kinish and Mavwika, very strong for the burning, the Pyro applications, the Noctame, so on the bottom side of this Abyss. Chlorind is also very strong if you play her Overload, so yeah, these bans are like a must for Aiko, I guess, because he doesn't have those characters and they are very strong. And then we have 2 joker bans with Furina and Escoffier. So yeah, I guess Furina and Escoffier are interesting for the first phase, for the top part. And they are quite strong, so if Yol1 doesn't ban them, Aiko will be able to get them for free. Draft beginning. We have a Varesa ban, following with an Escoffier ban, of course, because it was a joker ban, a Yelan Constellation 2 on Yol1 side, and Furina, the second joker ban that is being taken away by Yol1. For now, both players are kind of banning characters that either they don't have or that are higher constellations for the opponent. Now, so Aiko is first pick, so this ban will define what character he can pick first. For example, if he doesn't ban a strong character that is being picked by Yol1, maybe Arlecchino will be free for him, and that is exactly what is happening. So he decided to ban Nahida to deny some burning teams maybe, and then Yol1 banned Moalani, that is very strong, Moalani Constellation 2 in the top part. So now Aiko has the Arlecchino available, Yolwan couldn't ban both Moalani and Arlecchino at the same time, and Aiko knew that he could get either one of them on first pick. So he got Arlecchino, and then Yolwan got Neuvillette on Chevreuse. So Neuvillette is probably going on the top part, and Chevreuse is very strong character. It's like a 5-star in this Abyss, really. She's the strongest 4-star character here in the Abyss, I think. For the bottom part, yeah, going Overlord on the bottom is very strong. But Aiko got the Traveler, the Pyro Traveler, that is also a very strong character there on the bottom part, is now gone away, and Yolwan needs to figure out what is he going to play with his Chevreuse, because Chlorine is not there anymore, so it's probably going to be the Raiden. Does he has any Pyro character that he could have gone with? I don't think so. Lina is a bit weak, I think. Yeah, I think Raiden is a great option, I mean his best option. He could also go Yae, maybe. I don't know if it would be fast enough though. It's only C0. Now I think he should take the Fischl. Yeah, exactly. He needs the Fischl right now, because you don't want Aiko to pick the Fischl from him, otherwise he won't have enough elemental applications for the Noctame shields. Now Aiko is... so he is, yeah, taking some buffers, either to go with the Arlecchino or any other main DPS that he will have later on the top part. Okay, so both players have most likely like what they need, the minimum of what they need. Yolwan has a strong main DPS for top, he has a good team, core team for the bottom part. Aiko has a good team for the bottom part. We don't know really what is going to be on the top side, but the top side really doesn't have any constraints. So, I mean, you can go freeze if you want to go a little faster on the Wyob, but otherwise, like, there is really no constraints, elemental constraints. Yeah, maybe you want to avoid Anemo like Xiao because of the first room, but otherwise it's really fine. So he's doing great, I think, for now. They both have good elemental application, pyro application. No, Yolwan is missing some pyro applications. Okay, so this could make a big difference here. Yolwan is missing pyro application, so there we go, we have a Xiangling ban, which is very powerful from Aiko, and Yolwan is picking Citlali. Why is he picking Citlali? So he's picking Citlali to go with Neuvillette, okay, but I think his priority there is really the pyro characters. He must pick some pyro characters for the first room, like really fast, before he gets denied all of them. I think Kazuha would have been a great option to infuse pyro, maybe. No, because he's going Chevreuse, so he can't. But he really needs some pyro applicators. So the most common used pyro applicators are already banned or picked by Aiko. I don't really know what he's going to play, but yeah, this is going to be complicated for Yolwan. So Aiko is taking Kazuha that can infuse pyro and have extra pyro applications. That's a very good idea, on top of Bennett or the Pyro Traveler. And it seems that he's going to go Navia for the top team. So Bennett is probably going to go with the Navia and Xilonen as well. Kazuha is going with the Arlecchino. And yeah, as we can see here, there is no much Pyro options for YOL1 anymore. Because you want some Pyro applications, if possible, yeah, that is like quite long with several hits. So maybe a Toma or I don't know. I don't know what he could go with. Or maybe Yanfei. He could go Yanfei with a TTDS weapon, maybe. He's still not taking his Pyro applicator, so he's getting 2 other characters for his Neuvillette, so getting some Amemo Shred and Tartaglia Childe for the bonus from Neuvillette. So here Aiko is taking Toma to deny Toma from YOL1. It's really just so that Toma is not on YOL1 side and he's denying as much Pyro application as possible. And okay, it will be her. I completely forgot her name. We never see her, so I don't remember her name anymore. Okay. Yeah, Xinyan is her name. So I don't know really if Chevreuse and Xinyan will have enough Pyro applications for the first room. I don't think he will have any issue with the Noctame shields, thanks to Fischl. But the first boss... On the other side, Aiko have very great teams. So the Navia team is not the best, but he still has the double Pyro element bonus for like extra damage. And he has some Pyro application from Toma off field to get the crystallizations. That's fine. And on the bottom side we have the Arlecchino and Pyro Traveler for the Pyro application for the first room. Very strong also with Kazuha ult that can add Pyro applications off field. And for the Noctame shield we have Kazuha ult plus the Noctame from the Traveler, so he won't have any mechanic issue. Aiko is very fine and his DPS I think will be good. On the other hand, YOL1 might have an issue in first room. If he can pass the first room without issue, maybe YOL1 has an advantage. I think I prefer YOL1's team. I think he will be more efficient only if he can pass the first room. If he can't, well, that's it. If the Pyro application from Chevreuse and Xinyan is not enough, then it will take so long. Yeah, this is my point of view, I guess. Don't underestimate though the Traveler Noctame application on the Noctame shields. It's this is quite close actually, I think. This is quite close. So if we go back really quickly on the draft to analyze what could have been like managed differently, even though I think they managed quite well the draft, except maybe one thing for YOL1. I think the Pyro applicator should have been a priority. I mean, this is just thinking that Xinyan maybe might not have enough applications. I'm really not sure about this, but maybe he thought, like he tested it, maybe he thought it would be enough and there is no way that Xinyan is being banned or picked, so he thought like, okay, this is fine, I will just take her the latest and prioritize the other characters. But I feel like They could have been something different here at the Raiden Fischl pick. So Fischl is a must, I think. Fischl is really something to prioritize in this draft, but Raiden, I'm not really sure about the Raiden. I'm thinking maybe the Raiden could have been swapped with Xiangling, because Xiangling was not banned there at this moment. And then later on he could have gone either Raiden or Yaemiko. Yaemiko with 2 sub DPS like Fischl and Xiangling I think is perfectly fine, and he would have nothing to be like scared of for the Pyro applications because the Xiangling would already be here. So yeah, I think this is maybe something that could have been done differently, but this is all like theory, assuming that Xinyan wouldn't be enough Pyro applications. Okay, so who do you think is going to win match 1? Comment below and let's watch the second draft before we move on to the rounds. Okay, so let's go with draft number 2. So draft number 2, now they swapped sides and Yolwan will be the first pick. So he's banning Furina and Escoffier again, that are the Joker bans, of course, from Aiko. Aiko is doing the same bans as the draft number 1 with Varesa on Yelan, and Yolwan is getting rid of the Mualani again. So what is Aiko going to ban? This time he needs to figure out if he wants to ban the Arlecchino or not, because he's not the first pick. So if he doesn't ban her, Yolwan will get the Arlecchino. Does he has anything to trade? Yeah, I'm guessing he could get the Neuvillette if he leaves Arlecchino open. I think, yeah, Neuvillette is the only character that would match the potential of Arlecchino. So I think he shouldn't ban the Arlecchino. Let's see what he does. Okay, yeah. So he's banning the Nahida, and Yolwan is taking... Okay, what? He's taking Arlecchino, and Aiko is responding with Chevreuse Xiangling, so he's securing the Pyro application for the bottom side. Now Yolwan has Neuvillette free, so that's obviously good for Yolwan, but Yolwan still needs to manage the Pyro applications for the bottom side. So I think here it's the Traveler, Pyro Traveler, yeah, indeed, good. And then Aiko is taking Fischl for the Noctame shield and Xilonen as a support, probably for the top side. So right now, for now, the draft is going perfectly well for both of them. I think Yolwan has everything he needs for the mechanics, Aiko as well. Now it's really a matter of damage only. So Aiko needs to figure out his main DPS to match now the Arlecchino and the Neuvillette speed. But yeah, the Neuvillette will be quite fast now. He has a Citlali, so he will be able to freeze the Wayob as well. Kazuha is being banned so that we don't have extra swirl Pyro application on bottom side, or even a swirl for Neuvillette. Raiden is being banned because it's a good main DPS potential for Aiko. And we have a Bennett. Okay, so for now we only have support on Aiko's side. Okay, so Bennett won't be a buffer for Arlecchino anymore. What can we have with Arlecchino to buff her? Oh wow, okay. So he's taking Navia, is he going to do that? Okay, So this is very interesting because Aiko doesn't have any main DPS yet. So now Yolwan is thinking like if he can deny some main DPS from Aiko in order to deny him as much as possible, because he like, yeah, Yolwan already has what he needs for the mechanics and his main DPS that are like strong. So picking some of the main DPS as a sub DPS or like some kind of support could really be a disadvantage for Aiko. So the Navia here could be a good support sub DPS kind of, and it would prevent Aiko from playing her with Xilonen and Bennett. What other main DPS do we have on Aiko's side? Maybe a Hutao, but Hutao mono Pyro or Overload is not that great, I think. We don't have much. He doesn't have Line. It could be the Keqing, but Keqing is not the best either. Or the Yaemiko. I think it could be the Yaemiko for the Overload team on the bottom side. But then on the top side, yeah, I don't know what could be on the top side really. Let's see what he does. Maybe a Gaming without Citlali. If Yolwan really picks Navia, I think Aiko doesn't have a lot of good options for the main DPS on top. Oh, he's leaving her. He wants to deny the Gaming instead. I think Navia is a better deny. I don't think Aiko wants to play Gaming on top side or even on bottom side actually. I think he really prefers Navia or Yaemiko. Okay, he's not... Is he? Yeah, okay, he's going to deny the Navia. Very, very interesting. Okay, so now Aiko is forced to go with the Gaming. And he will probably go with the Yaemiko for the last pick. But yeah, he took the Gaming first because he saw that Yolwan was also thinking that he would take it. So just to avoid that, he would get denied also that pick. Because that would be very, very problematic. And now Yolwan will just finish his team, I think, for Arlecchino. Okay, so he's taking a Mona, probably going to do some vapes. Okay, yeah, very interesting drafts. I think they couldn't have done much better. I'm thinking if Aiko could have picked something else instead of Xilonen just to secure a main DPS, but then Xilonen would have been maybe picked by Yolwan, so that's a risk. So yeah, we got the Yaemiko, we got a second Anemo character for Yolwan for the Anemo Shred. Okay. So yeah, I believe they managed very well this draft. It was very, very interesting to have this Navia deny pick. So Aiko really tried to focus on the mechanics of the bottom part first by picking Chevreuse, Shangling and Fischl at the very beginning. So he wanted to get this issue out of the way, which is I think a very good choice because, like, I mean, if you don't have what you need for the mechanics, you just don't pass. It's not even about damage or time. It's so slow. It's so slow, and you just auto lose. So I think this is a good choice. Afterwards, Xilonen or main DPS, I'm not quite sure, but I guess this was also a good choice. On your one side, it's just that the Traveler is so big in this Abyss. Like, just picking the Traveler is as good as picking Fischl, Xiangling, Chevreuse. Like, he's as good as 3 characters really in this part of the Abyss. For the Noctem shields and the Pyro application for the first boss. So yeah, picking the Pyro Traveler really got him a very big advantage. And yeah, since the Pyro Traveler was free, he was free to take Arlecchino and Neuvillette both. So yeah, that's it. I don't really know who will have the advantage in this match. I don't know exactly how the Vapes goes for Arlecchino with Mona. I guess it's not very easy to manage. And on the top side for Yol1, I think he will be doing fine, even though Navia won't be very useful. You can still put him like some support, buffing artifacts, to not be completely useless. And on Aiko's side, the gaming on the top part will be very, like it will be hard. I think it will be hard because he doesn't have Citlali, he has a Rosalia. So the melting will be not easy to manage. It requires a little more tricks and time. Well, on the other hand, on the bottom side, we are sure that Aiko doesn't have any issue. He will have constant damage and all the shields and the Pyro restrictions will be taken off by Fischl, Xiangling. So the only issue here is gaming. That's it. Who do you think is going to win match 2? Again, comment below, I would gladly have your thoughts. And don't cheat, watch the match after you try to guess. Thanks for watching, I hope it was interesting. Subscribe, like, comment, always helpful, and enjoy the match video.